This is my persuasive speech on why kids and teenagers should not date while they are young. Allowing children to date can distract them from school. When you're in middle school and high school, kids should only worry about their grades and keeping up with themselves. Oftentimes, middle and high schoolers are busy enough as it is, so they really don't need distractions, and they can just focus on their daily schoolwork. Kids and teenagers will spend time with their significant others instead of studying or working on their homework in classes. Often, too, society will pressure kids into dating, and teenagers, too, to try to find a partner early in their school lives and life in general, instead of waiting until they're ready. Instead, we should be encouraging them to try to pursue other activities and not focus on relationships as much. One of the big outcomes that can come out of dating too early is breaking up and causing problems. One of these problems could be the early stages of depression. People can fall into a depression, like I said, after a breakup, and it can last for several weeks and even months sometimes, leaving permanent scars on people's lives. Here's a quote from Dr. Ager. Breakups are one of the major precipitors of suicidal gestures in young people. Allowing young people to date early while they're still developing is generally not a good idea. After a breakup, children can do irrational things without thinking twice while their brain is not developed, and they can't handle emotion well. The teenager or child may even isolate themselves out of that depression and continue to spiral on down. Teenagers' bodies are developing, and having a relationship is not good for them, and it can have negative impacts on the developing body and mind. When adults allow their children to date before they are ready, it distracts them from other stuff they should be learning outside of school also. If you let your child date early, it can possibly mess with how they see their partner, and since their brains have not fully developed, it can mess that up more and more for that relationship and future relationships to come down the road. Here's a quote by Mark Manson on his article about sex with teenagers. Our dating and sex lives are inextricably bound to our emotional needs. When we get into potentially intimate or sexual situations, these experiences rub against our prior traumas, causing us anxiety, neuroticism, stress, and pain. All kids are unique and different in what they want in a partner and what they see in a partner also. Kids do not know what they want or expect out of a partner at such an early age, and it's important for them to first grow up and then figure out what they really need and want in a partner. Kids can become intimate when they feel really close to their partner, and it can produce problems down the road. Allowing kids and teenagers to date can oftentimes lead to premature sexual activity, which can hurt both of the partners sometimes. Dr. Ray Giraldi, in his article, says that a recent survey suggested that if a child has a first date between the ages 11 and 13, he or she has a 90% probability of being sexually active in their senior year of high school. So that's 9 out of every 10 seniors that are active sexually just because of a first date between 11 and 13. After a breakup and later on life, people can associate the act of sex with previous partners, and it can lead to problems with the person that they're trying to build a relationship with. Some people regret everything they did with their previous partners, and it just messes up their relationship that they're trying to work on now. Allowing kids and teenagers to date before they are ready can lead to a spectrum of problems. In conclusion, when you allow kids and teenagers to date before they are ready, you are opening up a door for endless problems. Kids and teenagers are growing up and their brains are still developing, which means that they do not know what they are doing in the relationship.
That's true.
Oftentimes too, when you're in a relationship, it distracts you from life's more important tasks, like finding a good job, saving money, and focusing on schoolwork.
That's true.
It is not impossible to be in a relationship at a young age and be successful, but sometimes they do work out. Most of the times they don't work out, but it's not really that good to date early. It's best to first let your kid grow up and then let them pursue a partner.
It's true.